Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Step by Step. I'm Jake Richards, and today is the third and final video for my ice basing series. Let's get going. First and foremost, big shout out to my buddy Mike Ingram. He goes by Mezgike on Instagram. You can check him out on Instagram and also on YouTube. He has a wonderful video about a Night Lord going over an ice base. Anyways, after we have all of my resin cured, it's time to break out the finer grit sandpaper, in this case a 3000 sand grit paper, or a sanding stick I should say. My goal here is maybe just add a slight scuffing texture to it. I want to keep it clear, but I also want to make it look like it's a little occluded. In this case, I'm also going to get out my X-Acto knife. I'm going to create some cracks in there, because ice does crack as it contracts and freezes, and all that fun stuff. So I get out the X-Acto knife, cut in some imperfections here and there, and just, put them where I need them. Now, once the cracks are in place and they're done, and I'm satisfied the way they look, I want to go about applying some color, in this case Andrea Blue, to the outskirts of the ice. And this is where it's really going to come into creating some depth. Ice isn't always just clear, as I said in the previous video, and this will create that effect that it's got some occlusion going with the different layers of, ice, water, debris, whatever else is underneath there. And there's going to be some scattering of some light as the ice is either thicker or it's thinner. So I'm going to create this nice blue glaze, going to go from the sweeping from the inside out and just creating some nice light swipes. The key to this one is keep it nice and thin, and as we go, we're going to add a little more cold white in the mix. Again, keeping the same sweeping motion. You can even use your thumb, as I did in this picture, or in this video, or that clip, I should say, and just going with it. Keeping nice light glazes like this, you really can't go wrong. You can always go back in a little bit of water and clean it up, and in this case, clean it up with some denatured alcohol. That's a great way to blend it and smooth it out, and if you really have to, you can even remove it from the base. That's the beauty of using some really nice thin glazes. Now, it's time to get out some Carbon Black by Chimera Colors and create that nice, stark black base lip look. Once the black lip is all established, it's time to get some matte varnish. For this I use Vallejo Premium, and I wanted to make a nice, good appearance of the ice without making it look like it's too glossy. Ice has a matte look to it, unless it's really clean swept with a bunch of wind and particles on top of it. It has a matte appearance like this. You can always go back in a little bit of, I'd say glossy or even satin, just to make it a little different here and there, but you can also go in with some denatured alcohol like I did here and just blotch it a bit, because it will reveal a little bit of that glossy look to it underneath the varnish I already put down. So once that's done with, I want to get some snow sprinkles out. I want to make some nice snow deposits. In this case, AK Interactive makes some nice snow texture. So I'm going to take a little bit of a brush here and apply it around some spots to create some interest. The key is not to go overboard with it, just apply it sparingly. You want to get that nice effect, some subtle ice buildup, or I should say snow buildup on the ice. Once the snow sprinkles by AK are in place, I want to get some snow flock out by Green Stuff World. So I took it out, put on top of the lid here, and applied it very sparingly. This stuff has a good sparkle element to it, so you can make that nice look of freshly fallen snow that has a lot of those ice crystals that make it sparkle. And once that's in place, I want to create some melted effect around the snow piles. So I got out some of Vallejo's water texture, still water, and put that around my piles like that. It creates a nice blending layer between the two. It's not just a bunch of, powdered crystal particles on top of it. And once that water texture's in place, that is it for the base. I hope you all enjoyed this series. I had a lot of fun creating this base. I actually plan on creating an entire army full of these bases, and they're a lot of fun to do. It creates a nice effect, and it's something different. Again, thanks for watching. Feel free to hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you later. Thanks again.